Suspected armed robber identified as Saidu Sinah, also known as Ojubitin, met his end over the weekend after an angry mob attacked and beat him to death in Agege, Lagos. The incident, which occurred around 6:30 a.m. on Friday near AP Feeding Station Junction, unfolded when Sinah and his gang allegedly attacked commuters with dangerous weapons, including a dagger, snatching phones and valuables. Spokesperson for the Lagos State Police Command, CSP Benjamin Hundeyin, confirmed the development, stating that the mob turned on the suspect after he and his gang stabbed a middle-aged woman and took her phones and cash. Upon receiving a distress call, the Divisional Police Officer DPO of Isokoko led his team to the scene, where they found the suspect lying helpless after the severe beating he had received. He was rushed to a nearby medical center but succumbed to his injuries. The police also visited the injured woman at the hospital where she was receiving treatment. The deceased's body has since been deposited at the public mortuary by the Lagos State Health and Monitoring Units. Authorities have launched a manhunt for the fleeing gang members. Over time, we've had cases of jungle justice, and this is just one too many of those sort of incidents. What are your thoughts on this report?
Well, the issue of jungle justice has always been that it has always been a thing in this part of the world, and I think while it's still relevant, or why we still have issues like this, is because people, the average Nigerian out there is, permit me to use the word, angry most of the time. The economy is not so good. Then you have people robbing people very early in the morning or very early in the evening. So once this sort of people are being caught, people are, like I said, people are angry. And then again, you have the old dimension of leaving them into the hands of the police and whatnot. You hear some situations whereby people don't even know what happens to the suspect afterwards. So that just makes the ordinary man out there to just unleash that anger on. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we should support this, but when you have a situation like what we have in Nigeria now, everybody's angry, everybody's hungry, everybody's just pissed. So when they find out that someone struggling to work or make a living is being robbed, nearly killed, people are just quick to to take out justice into their own hands.
Right.
In their minds, I feel they feel like they are keeping their society safe and putting an example out there for others that might try to do such things.
But given that jungle justice has been a thing that has been carried out in the past, do you think it has even made any leeway as regards maybe acting as a deterrent to anybody, even though we do not subscribe for jungle justice? Do you think the best method and approach to handle the situation still remains, submitting people, criminals, as it were, when they are caught to the police, as opposed to taking laws into, our hands?
That is a very interesting question, because we have laws, right? And we know jungle justice is not the right way to go about things as this.
Right.
We as citizens are supposed to report, or for example, if this person is caught, we could take the person to the police station for the proper process to be carried out. But most people have lost faith in the justice system, in the police force, that they now feel it takes long. There's a saying, one day for the, or rather every day for the thief, right? One day for the owner. You hear situations of repeated robbery or theft around an area going on for a long time. The police would not react. They might catch a person, report this person to the police, and there's still no change, right? People now feel, okay, since these guys are just taking advantage of us, anybody we catch any moment from now, we carry out justice ourselves. Yes, there are places where this thing goes on and the rate of the robbery reduces, right? In some cases, it doesn't. But this is not the right way to go about it. We are supposed to be in a civilized society. This is not, a banana republic where we just dish out justice. Because when this is becoming a thing, at the end of the day, we'll find out that innocent people might be involved or might be affected, in the long run. So I just want to charge, as it touches all of us, the system, we as a people, we should try and have a bit more faith and in the justice system and the police. And also the police and, our lawyers, our laws should be much more, direct. I mean, there are things that happens and we just don't. For example, I know when I come on the show, I keep talking about the old core member, I think Salome, that was, murdered, and we still haven't gotten any form of justice. When such things happens or repeats itself, people will tend not to, you know, take that kind of person to the police station. They feel like it takes too long, right? And I know we are not God or we are not in a place to point fingers like the Christians we say, but the law should be clear. You know, this person has committed this thing. The person should face should dance to the music of it. There should be no much drama around things that are clear cut. Yeah, those are my thoughts. That's my thought.